Hey friends, we're out at the bee yard today and I wanted to give you guys a quick update on how things have been going with my bees. In short, not good. If you follow our channel, about 3 weeks ago we posted on one of our weekend in review videos. We pulled the quilt boxes off, we added feeders with sugar water for them and some honeybee healthy. And here we are 3 weeks later and they're gone. They're all dead. I wanted to give you a quick update and I want to show you what's going on inside the hives, and I also want to do an update for you and tell you what I think I did wrong. I do feel that this is totally my fault, totally my doing, and I feel terrible. It's been I've known about this for a couple days and I was pretty upset about it. I wanted to wait a couple days before I filmed this video because I wanted to just kind of chill a little bit and collect my thoughts. So let's open up one of these, and there's still some bees flying around, but they must just be lost, looking for their mama. So we'll open up one of these, I'll show you what's going on inside, and then we'll talk for a few minutes and talk about the future. There's still a few live bees around, but they are few and far between. I had swapped these boxes around, so the top one is now the bottom and the bottom is now the top. But I want to show you some of these frames in here. I don't see any signs of disease or anything like that, but every single frame is empty. Not a single piece of food, honey, nectar, nothing. It's completely gone. Another good example. Completely gone. Again, same. A few signs of maybe a little pollen here and there. But every frame, top, bottom, same over here, top, bottom, empty. It's a little bit of honey, something down in here. This guy's still alive. So like I said, I don't see any sign of, there's no moss, there's no beetles. I did treat for mites in the fall with plenty of time before harsh weather came into play. And like 3 weeks ago, both of these hives, there was so many bees out here. In both of these hives, when I came out to feed them, I had to go put on my bee suit because they were just being crazy. There were so many. Yeah, a few of the ones that are alive keep buzzing me. So I could continue through these and I could show you the bottom. I could show you both of these over here, but they're all basically the same. They're empty. So what's my theory? What did I do? What went wrong? I think basically I starved them. We did pull honey from both hives from one hive last fall. This was hive number 2 over here on this side. We didn't pull any honey from that hive. They never ended up storing any in the super. I thought that they both had a decent amount in both brood boxes. We checked them. Both bottom brood boxes seemed pretty full with honey mixed in with, of course, brood. We did feed over the winter. I fed them sugar, basically fondant up inside of my Vivaldi board on the top. I had quilt boxes on going into winter. They survived basically all winter up until 3 weeks ago. And about 2 weeks ago, I started to notice a lot of bees, dead bees out here in the front. I attributed that to, well, it's the winter bees. They're dying off. We got a shift change thing here going on. Queen should be laying new bees, fresh for spring. Things are going to come back. We should be good. And I don't think there was enough food for the queen to start laying for spring. I think when I say I starve my bees, I don't mean that I starve my bees here within the last couple weeks. I think I starved them over the course of the last couple months, because that's when things should have started to get ramping up, get ready for spring. So that's what I think happened. What would I do differently? Obviously feed them, feed them more properly. When I pulled the Vivaldi boards off my quilt boxes, I pulled them off, like, what was it, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? There was still some cold nights that came up, go down in the 20s sometimes and during the night, and then back up in 40s during the day, 20s at night. We even got snow one day, but it's not been like super frigid cold. Going forward, what's going forward? Feed them properly. Consider not pulling honey from them in the fall. If you need to do a better job at checking, or I need to do a better job at checking to make sure they really do have enough honey in their brood boxes going into winter. And if they don't, leave their honey, leave it alone. This was a first year hive, and I've seen people mention don't pull honey from your bees on their first year. We did. I know a lot of people do. If I start off again this year, am I going to pull the honey this fall? I don't know. It really depends on how things are going. But food is a big thing. And the only reason that the quilt boards bother me is just for moisture. When you get that nice 40 degree during the day, dips to 20s at night, that's when you're going to start getting condensation. I didn't really see a whole lot going on. But going forward, I'm not going to mess with my quilt boxes until at least April, mid-April probably. I really want to make sure that the evenings are going to stay warm so I don't run into any condensation issues. So the rest of the future, what's going on? Am I going to replace my bees? Yes, eventually I will replace my bees. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy bees, or I have 2 swarm traps built. I want to put them out somewhere back here along our back fence row of our property. If I don't put both of them here, I'm going to take one over to my dad's house. He lives about 10 miles away. Put one over at his house and see if I can just catch me some feral swarms this year. If I don't, I can always, there's a couple of local people, I can try to get a nuke from them. I don't really want to do the package bee thing. I'd rather have something local, preferably something feral. So yeah, definitely learned a lot as a first year beekeeper. And I guess I always say you learn the most when you make mistakes, and we didn't make a whole lot this year. Things went well. We got some honey, our bees survived. We didn't have any parasite issues. We did treat for mites as a precautionary measure. But I'm curious to know from any of you out there, fellow beekeepers, what are your thoughts? I pulled some framed, I let you see what's going on. I've kind of described the course of the last month or so and how things went. 3 weeks ago, there was a lot of bees here. So let me know if I'm on the right track here. Did I starve my bees? I think I did, and I feel terrible about it. But I'd like to know some other opinions. If you guys have some, please leave them down in the comments for me. We shall rebuild. As always, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys on the next one.